Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. I hope y'all are feeling fantastic today. So I'm a little late. I had to get the coffee popping. So give me a moment. Woo! Let's get some energy popping. I'm not even a huge, just plain coffee drinker. Random side note for those who know, me and a chai latte go way back. Um, but I do have this caramel macchiato flavored coffee, and it's hitting. A little oat milk. Okay. Um, anyway, I hope y'all are feeling great today. Y'all know, drop in the chat, say a hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be in the world today, in this moment. Um, for those who might be joining live, this LinkedIn Live, or if you're catching me on YouTube, or even Facebook, this might be a first time for you, potentially. So, just want to say what's up. I'm Nana Badu, and I'm a style coach. I'm a speaker. I'm an image consultant. I am a Black girl just trying to share her magic with the world and live her best life. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Okay, okay? Just trying to have some joy and some ease and do my best to bring women a sense of confidence through style. Just really help Black women specifically and women of color as a whole really understand the power of showing up as their authentic self, showing up in a way of love and appreciation for their bodies, showing up in a way that commands presence, showing up in a way that feels true to who they are and flexes their greatness for the masses. Okay, if you down with that, put flex in the comments. All right. Um, so that's just a little bit about me. Would love to learn a little more about you. If you're catching this for the first time, or if not, and you watch my lives or you've watched them before, but we've never actually connected, please drop me a DM. Like, I so appreciate that you have taken the time to watch this content. I really hope that you've gotten a gem or found some value in it in some way, shape, or form. And I always love to know what that is so that I can continue to bring some content to you that is going to be just that, valuable. So if you are here with me live or if you're catching this on a replay, drop in the comments, say what's up so that I know that you are here. So today's session is all about helping to bring some clarity if you are thinking about working with me and you've been hearing me talk about my signature program, my signature styling service, the Style Elevation Experience. And so if you've been hearing me talk and talk and talk and talk about this service, and you're like, you know what, it might be right for me, I don't know. Or even in general, if you've been following my content, you're like, not to be on point with the style, with the confidence, with the colors, the accessories that be popping. I need some of this in my life, but should I work with her? Is this the right solution for me? If these are the kinds of questions or thoughts that you are having, then this session is going to be super helpful for you. All right. So I'm going to dive into what the program is, who it is right for, who it is not right for. Okay. And I also did a post about this. I think this was yesterday. I shared a post about who this is for and who this is not for. Um, so we're going to dive in deeper as well with that now. So if you are here live and you have any questions, pop them in the comments or send me a DM after this is done. If you're like, if you one of them little silent lurkers and you like, I don't want everybody knowing all my business, just send me a DM, girl. It's cool. I understand. Okay. So the Style Elevation Experience is all about helping women of color feel more confident and command more presence by unlocking their bold, authentic style. That's what it is in a nutshell. when you really start to dive deeper into it, for me, what I've seen in the women that I've worked with, it is a way for them to reconnect to finding more joy in the way that they get dressed. It is an experience that brings them a lot more ease and reduces the stress of figuring out what to wear every single day, because you got me helping you, and many times doing it for you. Okay, done for you services. Hello. So you get that and a benefit. And it's also a space for women to feel empowered and to find like your trusted confidant when it comes to wardrobe. As women, we're constantly, everybody's getting dressed. But for women, when we get dressed, there's those moments when you put something on and you're like, is this look right? Is this good? Like, I don't know. Is this too revealing for work? Is this color great for me? Or like, I don't know if this combination, this necklace really goes with this blouse. You have all these questions. So what happens? You ask your spouse, right? you know, and sometimes they give you some good feedback. Sometimes you like, why even ask you? Okay. You may have that good friend who has great style and you message her and she's able to like give you some feedback, you know. Um, but it's so tough sometimes when this is something that happens for you every single morning and you get so stressed about it, you're anxious about it, you open up the closet and you just really feel like nothing in the closet really connects with who you are. And this is a really big one. This is a really big, a common theme that I hear for women that I work with in the style elevation experience is that they don't feel like their clothes represent who they are. So what does that mean? If first of all, if I said that same, you were like, yes, girl, okay, I definitely want to hear from you, because what I've learned that means is a few things. One, what you have in your closet, the clothes that you own, are really reflective of a previous version of yourself. Okay. So that means that style wise, things are outdated. Okay. It's 2023 and you've got styles that was hitting back in the early 2000s. Okay. And it's time to upgrade. All right. If you still have a bunch of low rise, semi boot cut work pants, baby boo, that ain't it. That ain't it. All right. Okay. And they've all got that same kind of muted color. All right. That faded gray and navy and khaki. Sis, sis, don't even let me get on the color bandwagon because color's my jam. But when you open up your closet and you see those kinds of pieces, they're so deflating. They're flat. It's uninteresting. It's common. It's safe. It's boring. It's predictable. I could go on and on and on. And so when you see those pieces, you're like, man, I've had this for so long. I had this when I first started at the firm, when I got my first internship, or when I was a first junior associate. Like, I've had this suit for decades, right? But now you're in a senior leader role. You're a director. You're in this. You're climbing for the C-suite. You're in management. Why are you still clinging to them clothes? I don't even know why, sis. I don't know why. I don't know why you clinging to those fits. It is time to release and let go and embrace a style that's more becoming, that's more reflective of who you are and who you are becoming. So a big piece of the experience is really targeted to that kind of woman who opens up her closet and she constantly sees clothes that just are of previous versions of yourself. Like, you open your closet and it's like a time capsule and you literally open pieces and you're like, man, I remember when I was doing this and this. And I remember when I was, I had my first presentation in this suit. Like, when you're doing that time capsule and those references are a decade plus, girl, girl. Let's let's look at what's in that closet because I could guarantee it's high time you made the level up, okay? That you made the investment to upgrade the wardrobe situation. Um, and it's twofold in that. One, it's about what is unique to you, what is authentic to you. And just as your personality is growing, your career is growing, you want your visual and physical expression of that to also grow. So you don't want to show up sharp, on point with your skill set and your knowledge, but in your appearance, it's flat, okay, and underwhelming. That's not it. The two do not equate, all right? So if you're in that kind of situation where the closet's feeling like a time capsule of past identities, Stylivation Experience could be a very, very good fit for you because we talk about how we are moving out and lay a game plan for you on how to move out of that old space and get clarity around what your style type is, what your personal style is, visually creating a mood board for you so that it's clear about what it is, and then laying out the game plan so that we can start to incorporate more pieces that are reflective of that style. Okay. So that's a big one. That's a really big one that I hear a lot about. Open up your closet and feeling like your clothes do not represent who you are. If that's a space that you're in, this could be a really helpful solution for you. Um, Another big indicator that the Stylivation Experience might be right for you is if you're in a space where you're making a career change. So, this change could look like going for a promotion or already having recently been promoted. It might be making the transition from a corporate job into full time entrepreneurship or any kind of quote unquote 9 to 5 job into entrepreneurship. It might be a nonprofit space, multiple industries or sectors. But the big thing is that you're transitioning into running your own company. Excuse me. So, what are some other career change things? Um, it could also be that this might be your first job, your first real big girl job, okay? Right? So this might be your first job out of college, grad school, and you're trying to figure out what your workflow style looks like, right? How you want to show up. What does professionalism look like for you? Um, all the things, understanding the company culture, understanding that, but also showing up as you in that space, because that's what really matters. Um, so, all of these kinds of things might be happening for you in terms of your career and the kind of shift you're making. So, as you're making all of these changes, you are in a space where you realize, again, there's a disconnect with the wardrobe. Okay. And that could be that, you know, pieces are just, again, a lot of times the styles just be outdated, y'all. I don't know how many times I just go into a client's closet and I'm like, yeah, a lot of these styles are just outdated. You know, if your closet is just overflowing with floral prints, like muted floral prints, overflowing with semi loose blouses that are all cap sleeve, sis, like, you know, overflowing with muted greens and burgundies, or everything is navy, black, gray, like everything. I just got to pause for the moment, okay? All of those things are often reflective of the career that you were in before, okay? And now you're making this huge transition into running your own company or you're going for a higher level potentially within the same company or within the same industry, right? So let's break some of that down. Like, if you're making the shift from a junior level role to a more senior or C-suite role, there's a lot that, one, if you're even in a position to make that shift, there's already things happening for you in terms of your entire image, your appearance, behavior, communications, digital presence, your work performance, your leadership skills, all of that is making a huge transition. Okay. And so as you step into those shoes, you want to do that holistically. You don't want to be adopting a leadership style that is, becoming your trademark, or be really strong in your verbal communication skills, team building, you know, your ability to connect, communicate ideas, etc. Right? You're like honing in on the way that you do what you do, right? That's the thing that people are like excited about and see you as an expert for, right? That's typically the case. You're an expert in your field, or you wouldn't be positioned for these kind of leadership roles. So, knowing that, you want to come into the space like, you daggone right, I'm the leader on this. Like, you daggone right, I'm in the C suite, right? Like, there is no mistaking anything. All right. All the monikers, executive presence, professional, check, check, check. All of that is checked. I got it. Okay. I'm dope, period. Full stop. Right. That's the kind of energy that you want to have for yourself when you enter into every single space, every single room, every conversation, every interaction, every conference, etc. That's the energy that you want to have. So if you are going for that kind of promotion, you don't want to have your wardrobe filled with the same old that looks like everybody else, that does not differentiate you from your peers at that level. Okay. Like I say, it's time and time again, if you're a thought leader or a leader in your industry, that means that you have a certain sense of marching to the beat of your own drum, because you know that beat works, and bringing other people along because you're like, this is the beat. Y'all off beat. You brought me in here to get you on beat. Here's what it is. Okay. So if you do that, show up fully with that energy. Show up fully with that kind of, ethos. Show up fully with that. And that's where your style can come into play, to really just showcase more of your personality, and invite people in, spark some conversation, have people get to know you. And if you didn't already seal the deal with the promotion, guaranteed this will help you elevate your entire aura, your entire presence, so that your peers, your managers do start to see you as a leader, because you slowly start to shift. Like, here's everybody else. And this is you just slowly starting to show, like, I have a different way of approaching things. I have some unique ideas. Okay, so everybody's up here doing the same old thing, but like, I want to do something a little different, right? So if you know that you were an attorney, now you're starting your own firm, what does that look like? What does your company look like? Your brand, your company values. You're no longer in the corporate space. You get to redefine your image and appearance on your terms. Nobody can tell you what you can and cannot wear. Nobody. You write the handbook. You write the employee handbook around dress code. You write that sucker, right? And you determine what it is and how you want to show up. So if you are definitely making that transition into running your own company, completely understanding that you used to have the identity of someone who was going into the office or working in the corporate space on a day-to-day basis, making that transition to an entrepreneur and running your own company and how you show up for clients is very different. Very different. In many cases, it's not as formalized, and it's not, again, it's not as like understated and traditional in the sense of it being boring. Not traditional in the sense of it being boring. Okay? That's just what it is. You know, a lot of times with workplace attire, it gets to be so monotonous, you know? Like it just gets to be very repetitive of what you see everybody coming in, that white collar shirt, them khaki pants, brown belt, brown shoes, have a good day. Right? You want to change things up. You know, that's why you decided to start your own company in the beginning. So you're making a brand shift. Your personal brand and your identity is expanding, is growing. Make the shift in your wardrobe. All right. If you've always wanted to play around with color, this is your chance to do it. If you love big earrings, rock them, sis. Like, this is your moment to express yourself in a way that fully represents the company that you are starting. Okay. So, this is an important space. If you are making some kind of career change, that promotion, going out full time in entrepreneurship, um, or as I mentioned too, if you are starting that first job and you're trying to figure out how should you show up. I know I had this experience for sure. I had a few of these experiences, but definitely even this last one about how to start creating my own sense of style for my first job, you know, like how I wanted to show up and be uniquely me. A lot of you probably heard the story already, but you know, it was a big deal for me to bring my personality into the workplace. I knew that that was going to be an asset for me to show up fully energetic, fully engaging, like asking deep, thoughtful questions, engaging in communication with high energy. That's what I knew was going to be an amazing breakthrough from myself and my peers. And the best way to do that is with color. Color is high energy, can communicate so much. So I started infusing way more vibrant jewel tones, African prints into my clothes and my accessories. And I was always very clever about how I created different outfits. You know, you might see me, I might have those same pink pants, but you're gonna see me rock them things about 3, 4 different ways and be like, those are the same pants. Yes, child, these are the same pink pants. Like, I ain't buy no new clothes. I just know how to mix and match and create new outfits very, very well. So, if that's a space for you and you're like, man, I really want to figure out what my signature style is, what my work style is, you know, how I can show up in the company and start to create my own brand that's very memorable and distinct, Stylization Experience could be an amazing, amazing space to start you off on the right foot to help you achieve that goal. Okay. So, career change is a big one. Let me check out my notes so I get a little more of this coffee. And again, if you're watching this a little later on the replay, if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. If you want to be a little more discreet with it, send me a DM. Happy to answer any questions to give you a little more clarity if you're like, I'm not sure if the Stylization Experience is right for me. So, making that career change, promotion, becoming a full-time entrepreneur, first job out of graduating from college, grad school. These are all really great qualifiers and indicators that leveling up your style is important in a direction and a priority that you want to make. And so this might be a really great service for you to help you achieve that goal. Okay. The other thing that is helpful for you if you're like, is this right for me? is if you are increasing your visibility. Okay. So these are all the things that might be happening with you. Like if these are the types of things that are happening for you right now, you might be like, especially again in your professional career, you're like, okay, this might be a situation I need to chat with Nana about. Okay. So visibility, more eyes on you. That means that you are thought leader, industry expert. Like people seek you out for your opinion. They want you on their panels. They want you as a keynote speaker. They want you as part of their leadership programs, right? You know, the boss is sending you left and right. You are traveling often for work. Like you're getting seen. You're getting seen a lot more than you used to. And you know, it's the thing where you are in that space and where it can be a little scary, but you basically decided like I'm not going to hide anymore. Hiding is over. Like I am going to fully showcase and share my talents. And when you make that kind of declaration for yourself and then begin to let that be seen in your work product and in your habits, it's only a matter of time before everybody starts calling your name. Okay? So if everybody's calling your name now and you're constantly like, child, I got to go to this event, I got to speak at this conference, you know, VIP clients are flying in, I have to make sure the presentation for them is on point. Like you're just constantly in places where you are in front of people in different audiences. Most times than not, you don't have time to be figuring out what to wear for all of these things. Hire help. Just hire help. Make that investment and take that off your plate. All right. The same way that you would hire help to clean the house, the same way you would hire help to cook the meals. Like you hire help because you don't have the bandwidth, like on the calendar or on your mind, to be thinking about that stuff. And so you're going to hire an expert who's going to release some of those things. Okay. And that's exactly what happens with the Stylevation experience. I come in and I help you by creating the outfits for you, by doing shopping for you online. I send you a link and it has all of the different shopping options. You simply click, enter your credit card information, make your purchases. When they get delivered to your house, you try things on, you send me pictures or videos, and I give you comments and letting you know what fits well, what might need alterations, what might just need a size change, or what is not working at all. Okay. Um, and so that way you get that style expert. All right. And you get that live feedback that you're looking for so that you can show up as your best every day. Okay. So if your visibility is increasing, that's a very big indicator that you might need some help. All right. And that specifically the Stylevation experience is the help that you need, because that is who the program is designed for. And the reason why it's designed for women, and I should say reason why, but how it helps women who are very visible is by one, getting clear on what your authentic personal style is going to look like. And then doing what I was just breaking down, the personal shopping and the personal styling to make sure that when you show up in a way that is unique to you and that will get you noticed and set you apart from others. People will remember you. People will compliment you. People will want to engage and speak with you. And this will happen consistently. Let me say this too, because this is a big piece of the Stylevation experience. This is not about one time, oh, I just need a couple of outfits for my birthday party, or I just need a couple of outfits for a photo shoot, you know, or just like, oh, I just need to just clean out my closet and I think I'll be okay. No, this is about encompassing everything so that your style can get consistent. We want to help you create a consistent, memorable brand when it comes to your style. And the way that you do that is by getting clear on what your style is, increasing your knowledge about colors that work for you and what fits best on your body shape, and then doing confidence boosting activities like getting you the right pieces and creating the right outfits that are going to have you standing out. Boop, boop. That's what we do. All right. So, consistency is a thing you are missing right now. You might have one great look one day, that go to dress that you know always hits when you walk into the office, that great blazer, one great shoe, and everything else is just like kind of mediocre, right? We talking every day. We talking about you going to the grocery store, you going to pick up the kids, casual game on lock. Talking about going to the office a couple of days a week in person, dope. Need some great blouses because you're working from home, got it. Like time to hit the streets and you need pieces to travel in, show up for the presentation, the team meetings, hit the keynote. Got it, got it, got it, got it. All right. And you have me organizing all of that for you. You know, I have an amazing tool that I use for all of my clients called Hue and Stripe. And this is your digital closet. All right. You get a link, and this link has all of this information, all of the details, all of the pictures of what you own in your closet will be uploaded to this link. So when we talk about, well, show me those, pinstripe pants that you were talking about, boop, I know exactly where it is because I have the same picture of the pants in the closet online. All right. So you've got that digital closet piece with the pictures of what you own. And then you have a space that has hyperlinked pictures of everything that I shop for you. Okay. And there's no restrictions on where I shop for you. It is all dependent on what your budget is. Okay. What your budget is and what your style is and what is on your shopping list. All right. So you don't have to just shop at department stores. We're going to shop, big store. We're going to shop boutique. Sometimes we even do a little vintage situation every now and then, right? Like I'm going to shop at places where I know I'm going to get pieces that are at the best quality within your price point. And sometimes I'm going to stretch you and show you some things that's like, listen, I know you said your cap was $500 on the suits, but this suit is $700 and it's 100% worth the extra investment. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So it's about you being open to being stretched and introduced to new brands, new ways of thinking about how you get dressed, new ways of looking at your clothes, and new ways of showing up, because you know that what you have currently been doing ain't working, ain't cutting it. Okay. You still feel understated. You feel like what you're wearing isn't flattering your shape. You feel like you don't even know how to dress for your shape. You ain't got no color and you want more color in the game. Most times, accessories, very minimal or not the pieces that you really love. So it's about filling the blanks in, filling the gaps in, identifying these gaps and then filling them in with what you need so that when I create looks for you, you're able to follow the looks because the looks are right there on the link. You click the picture and it literally lays out everything that you have to wear. Clothes, shoes, accessories, bag, all of it. And then it starts to become a habit forming, right? Where you're like, wait, I got to make sure my outfit is complete. I got the clothes, I got accessories, make sure I'm doing for my beauty. Am I doing a lip? Make sure the hair has a style to it. Cool, right? So you start to, I'm teaching you this habit. You're learning this habit and it's becoming part of your lifestyle to feel like you are fully dressed in a look, not throwing on some clothes, but you are intentionally getting dressed because what you're wearing reflects your style and it's aligned to whatever goals you have for your career. Position it for the promotion. You already know that the executive presence is oozing from the drip, okay? It's already oozing, okay? Why? Because you're already a professional and executive. That's already part of your identity. We're just helping it come through a little bit more when it comes to your wardrobe, okay? So it's all of these different elements that are working together to help you show up as your best bottom line, okay? And so that's, I thought I put a lot of pieces there for you, but that's really at the crux and at the core of what the Style Ovation experience is about, um, and including some of the things around how it works with that tool, hue and stripe, because that tool, chef's kiss, baby, that lets you know exactly what to wear. I'm telling you, you wake up and it's not, oh, what I'm gonna wear today. It's when you wake up in your closet and you're like, ooh, I've got a lot of pieces that I really love. Okay. Then you're like, okay, I need some outfit ideas. I think I want to wear this sweater today. You open up your link to Hue and Stripe, you click a picture of that sweater, and it's going to give you a couple of different outfits that I've already created for you. Okay. And all you got to do is flip through and look at some images and be like, okay, yeah, I like this. Boop, boop, boop. Get dressed. And then as you get dressed, if you have questions, drop me a text. Now, am I supposed to tuck this blouse in or not? Do I need a belt with this? Is this necklace okay? Send me a picture and drop me a text, girl. I'll reply back and let you know how to rock it. Okay, give you those styling tips that you need and help you learn, explain why I'm making that selection, why I'm telling you to make this, to layer this top in a certain way. I explain things for you so that the next time you're doing it, you don't even need to reach out to me. You be like, okay, yeah, Nana said, let me tuck this in and make sure the pants are at the high waist. Got it. Right? You're starting to learn. You're starting to train those muscles. Trust your style instincts so that you can get consistent in this can become part of your lifestyle. Like I know that you want to introduce style as part of your identity. Like you want to be a stylish person. And it's great to be because it's a source of confidence and it's a source of self-expression and it's awesome, right? So that's something that you desire, and that is something that is fully available for you and achievable through the Style Elevation experience. Okay. So if you're experiencing a career change, if you're experiencing more visibility, if those kind of things are happening for you right now, that's a good sign that this might be the right program for you. And if you're feeling just a lot of stress or overwhelm about what to wear, and especially about what fits your body shape well, if there's a lot of uncertainty there around your body shape or around what colors look great for you, this is also another indicator that this is a great program for you. Understanding what works well for your body is non-negotiable when it comes to styling your wardrobe. So we have to talk about it, and we have to help you get comfortable in it, because there's just a lot of myths and a lot of wrong information that you have been telling yourself, a lot of stories you've been telling yourself, others have told to you about what you can and cannot wear because of your body shape. And I am here to just smash all of that to bits and let you know it's more so about what you are able to do with your shape, what you are able to rock, like removing the limiting beliefs about that. Because I tell you time and time again, so many clients, so many misconceptions about, oh, well, I can't wear that because I'm short. I can't wear that because I have a big bust. I can't wear that because I have large arms. All the time. I'm like, who told you this? Like, that is not true. You just have to find the right color. You just have to style this skirt in this way. You just have to make sure the hem of the dress is at this point. Like, there are things that you can do. So think less about the limitations and more about what you can maximize with your wardrobe. That's what we focus on, and really helping you understand and get more confidence in that space of dressing your body, because it's so important. So if that's a space where you know you need some support and help, this is also a great investment. I think There's other questions that kind of come into play here too, not just around what I'm going to learn, right? You are 100% going to learn how to dress for your body. You're going to learn the best colors that really accentuate your skin, your hair, your features. You're going to learn about accessorizing, okay? You're going to learn about what necklace lengths and earring sizes and different types of jewelry and non-jewelry accessories that you can add to your wardrobe to spark things up. You're going to learn about all of that. You're going to learn places to shop, okay? Some of them might be places you already shop at. Others are going to be new stores, new brands that you haven't heard of that I'm going to share with you. And we're going to lock in on some of the best places for you to shop for specific items so that when you need that go-to statement dress, you're like, cool, I know I can pop over to this brand. I know I can go to Faye Noel and they're always going to have something popping for me, right? Like you'll have your go-to. Oh, I know I need jeans that fit curvy girls well. I'm going to go to J. Brooks Boutique. You're going to know these because I'm going to share them with you, okay? So these are the things that you're going to learn. And that's just, listen, that's just the cat's meow, as they say. All right, those are the basics. And so I'm going to make sure you feel good and comfortable with those. And then, it's also about this experience is really for, I think I mentioned this a little earlier, someone who's looking for a long-term approach, right? This is not a quick hit, cheap solution. It's not. It's not the, well, I already know my style. Oh, I'm just looking for a capsule collection. I'm just. It's not that. It's not for that girl. It's not for that girl. Okay? It's for the girl who knows there are some long-term things that you want. Like, again, you want a style identity. You're like, I need a shift. I want to be stylish and be confident and comfortable in my skin and in my clothing. So we work together for 3 months or we work together for an entire year to make this happen. And I will tell you this, the clients who get some of the best results are the clients who work with me for a year plus. I've been working with some clients 3-4 years because now they're like, okay, no, I'm locked and loaded. Like, this is part of who I am. Everywhere I go, there is a conversation to be had about what I'm rocking. And I'm like, welcome. It's fully available to you. Okay. And you're owning it. You're owning it. That's why people are so attracted to that energy. Okay. So if you want that, if you want that long-term, consistent, fly style, drop me a DM and I will share with you the link so that you can complete your application. So, and book a call with me, of course. So that's a really big piece, right? Really knowing that this is something you want for the long term. It's not just for a one-time event. It's not just for a birthday party or photo shoot. It's like you already have the clothes so that if you had to do a shoot, you already got what you need. You're not then trying to figure out what to buy and trying to rush and shop and be on last minute. Nah, you already have statement pieces. You already have conversation starting pieces. You already have the dope looks. You're serving them up every day. You're just like, okay, let me go back and see which one I want to get photographed. That's the kind of life I'm trying to help you get. Do you want it or do you not? Okay. So that's what is available for you in the Style Elevation experience, right? I'm going to get into a couple of FAQs that a lot of people ask me about the program. So, a lot of people ask about how much money should I set aside from a budget for shopping? This is truly, truly up to you. It's very subjective. When you join the program, I send you a form and I ask you a bunch of details around how much you spend per item and where you shop. So if you're telling me you typically spend $50 to $150, or if you spend somewhere between $50 to $100 on tops, right? And you spend $350 on suits, right? Whatever your ranges are for where you shop, that's what I'm going to stay within. And then, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to find pieces that I know are really great for you that inevitably are going to be at a higher price point and that are going to stretch you. Okay. And those are going to be some of the investment pieces that are going to be well worth it because the quality is on point. And it's going to last in your wardrobe and be timeless. So it is about introducing that. So when you're thinking about your budget, it does depend. It's very personal around what you currently spend on items and what you're comfortable with spending. As a range, I've had clients spend at the lower end in the 2000 range, and I've had other clients spend over 30 grand. It's a big range, so it really depends on you. Um, and that's something that I can help you. And as we move through, check in, see how you're spending on things, track some of your purchases if that's helpful, so that you can get a sense of where you're spending your dollars, okay, or whatever currency you might be in. Another question that clients or prospective clients have is about time and the commitment, right? So we meet on Zoom every other week for the 3-month period. Okay. And then for the full year, we meet every other week for the first 3 months. And then we go to monthly meetings. So you want to be available for those 1-hour calls because that's time for you to ask me questions about certain outfits. You have events coming up this week. Try something on, get in front of the camera. We're on Zoom. I'm going to tell you, yep, that looks great, or change the jacket. Let's see this other thing, etc. Right? So that's important one-on-one time with me. So you want to get that in. And then also during the week, you're going to be doing things like getting dressed, which you were doing anyway. But I guarantee you're going to add some more time to that process because I'm going to be giving you some challenges like, all right, I don't want to see you wearing anything that you wore in the past couple of weeks. Or I want you wearing something that's a part of your color season. Let me see if you have any colors in that mix. Like, I want you to start dressing with intention and being thoughtful. So you're naturally going to be taking more time when you get dressed and you're in your closet. That's just how it goes because you're learning something and you're trying something different. So at first you're like, wait, okay, she said put this top with these pants and this shoe? I never tried this before. Okay, let me see. Right? So it's more of that space where timing comes into play. Another area where there's time commitment is taking pictures of what you own and uploading them to your digital closet. That's a biggie, okay? That's a big one, right? That definitely takes some time to set aside on the weekend, get some music popping, get in your closet and start cleaning it out and taking pictures of items. If you opt for the in-person aspect of the program, I will come to you, okay? I will come to you and I will help you clean everything out, okay? And it's definitely a roll up your sleeves, we about to get a little messy and dirty kind of situation, right? So we're going in, we're getting the garbage bags, we're pulling stuff out, we're letting things go, we're identifying what needs alterations, we're doing all of that. So a lot of times that's very, very helpful for clients because, they just need that support and someone to just guide them through it. And then I will take pictures of what you own. In some cases, if you have a large closet, I will definitely be asking you to take pictures of things that you own as well. So that's a space where time comes in, okay? Another space where time comes in is placing your orders. So I will send you a link with different shopping options, and you have to take time to shop, girl. And let me tell you, them shopping options online, everybody's shopping, okay? They are not personally on hold for you. You are at the mercy of all the other billions of people out there shopping. So act fast. Like place your orders within 24 to 48 hours, or you could be at the mercy of things selling out. I have seen it. All right. I've seen people shed a tear for that suede jacket that they let slip away. All right. So there's definitely time that you want to allocate to doing some online shopping. And then, of course, getting your orders, right, when they arrive. and trying things on and sending me pictures so that I can provide you with feedback. All right. To help you realize, like, yes, that's dope, keep it, or it's not hitting, return it, or exchange it, etc., etc. Okay. So those are the spaces where time comes into play and you want to be dedicated. You hear me? Dedicated to taking the time to do those things. If you're not, this is not a good fit for you. You're not going to get the full benefit of the experience or of working with me, right? Like, you have to send me pictures of what you're wearing. Like, hello, it's all about style. If you don't send me any pictures of what you're wearing, how will I know what fits? How will I know what works? I won't, okay? And you will not achieve the results you desire. Guaranteed, okay? So this is for the woman who is ready to show up fully, dedicate that time, make the investment to see those kinds of results, all right? And this is for the woman who is like, bring it on. I'm ready for change. Like, let's go. I have been doing this by myself. I've been piecemealing. I've been putting it off, saying I'm going to upgrade my closet. Haven't done it. And still every day I get in front of my closet, I'm like, ugh, I got to figure out what to wear for this conference next week. And I start having heart palpitations, or I run online and buy stuff, wear it once, and never wear it again. Right? Is it you? Is it you, girl? So if you're having all these kinds of experiences, you just know it's time for a change. It's time to bring in some refreshed energy, bring in someone who's an expert in this space so they can add ease to the process. And I love this part. Just give you some more joy back in getting dressed. It's fun to be putting on clothes that are energy boosting, give you more confidence. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling when people are recognizing you fully, right? It's amazing. And it feels great to get a compliment. Like, that is part of what happens in this transformation, because that is exactly what this is. This is an experience that will give you a style transformation. If you show up fully and commit, that is what I guarantee for you. Okay? Because I'm showing up fully and committing because I know how great you are and I want you to be fabulous. So that's what the style elevation experience is all about. I hope this breakdown was super helpful for you. If you were listening and watching and you're like, nah, no, yeah, okay, we got to talk, drop in the comments, send me a DM. Okay, just send me a DM with the word style. I will take care of the rest in replying to you and giving you the details so that you can submit your application form. And yes, there is an application process because I want to make sure that you are a good fit for working with me, and I'm a good fit for working with you, and that you are the right person for this program, because you just heard me break out all of the reasons why and all of the qualifications as to why around how you will get your best experience. So I want to make sure you fit those spaces, because if you don't, I don't want you wasting your money. I don't want you wasting your time. I don't want to waste my time either, girl. So that's why it's really important for me to have an application process. And it's short, a few questions, but it gives me a good idea around where you are and if this is going to be a potentially good space for us to be working together. Then, after you submit your application, you can book your call. When we get on the call, you can ask any final questions that you have about the style elevation experience, working together, etc. And then we can decide, yes, it's a go, or it's a no, not right now. Okay. So either way, it's great for you to make the decision to commit to yourself and say that I think this is something that I want to do. I want to move from feeling understated to feeling unmissable when it comes to my style. All right. So I cannot wait to hear from you. And I want y'all to have a fabulous rest of your day. I will see you guys at the next live. Peace.